And I think in 1922, when I was young man, one of my friends, he took me to Guru Maharaj. That was my first meeting. And of course he was speaking to everyone, but he found me something. So immediately after my meeting, he said this, that why don't you preach this Chaitanya's cult in the Western countries? That is a memorable day. Of course, I did not know that we'll have to do it. I could not understand that time, you see. It was, I talked with him in so many ways. Who will hear your Chaitanya's message? We are dependent country. That time I was Gandhi's devotee. In 1920, I gave up my educational career and joined this Congress movement because Gandhi's program was to boycott the university education, the British law court. So we took this opportunity and gave up education, you see. So then Dr. Bose, he was my father's friend, so he asked, what is our wife doing? So my sister yes, appeared in the BA examination, but he's not doing anything. So Dr. Bose was my father's friend. So he appointed me the manager of his laboratory. I did not know anything, still he appointed me. So that was in 1921. In 1920 I gave up my education. Of course I was married in 1918 and I got my first child in 1921. So in 1922, when I saw my Guru Maharaj and when I was convinced about his argument and mode of presentation, I was so much struck with wonder that I could understand that here is the proper person who can give a real religious idea. That I appreciated at that time. And at that time, I thought this great personality is asking me to preach. I would have immediately joined, but now I'm married. It will be injustice. Of course, I thought like that in that way. Of course, Guru Maharaj did not say anything that you give up your family life. No, never said. He simply gave the idea. So I thought that it would have been better if I was not married. Anyway, then 1923, I left Calcutta on my business and I established my headquarters at Allahabad. So, all the days I was thinking of this. Oh, I saw a very nice, saintly person. But I am now off from Calcutta. So I was thinking like that. Practically he initiated me because I was thinking always. Then in 1928 there was a big fair which is called Kumbh Mela. At that time I was doing business in Allahabad. My business was very flourishing. It is well known, drug shop. So the persons who went to organize our Gaudiya Math's camp in that fair, somebody has told that here is a Bengali gentleman's business, you can go and he is very religious man, he will help. So all the disciples of Guru Maharaj, they approached my shop, my store, drug store. And because I was thinking of them, so I thought, oh, here is the man. You see. I was very glad that they have come again. Because I was separated from them in 1923 and again I saw them in 1928 after 5 years and I was thinking of Guru Maharaj. Simply in this, I met a very nice saintly person, very nice saintly person. If I can see him again like that. So, in this way, with my help, the Allahabad Center of Gaudiya Math was established. Then I was initiated in 1933. And in 1933, 1936, I was at that time in Bombay, and Guru Maharaj was very much indisposed. He was at Puri, Jagannath Puri. We have got our temple there. Guru Maharaj established 64 temples, small and big. Just like I am increasing, he increased. So most of the temples were in Bengal. In Bengal there were about 50 out of 64. And one temple was at Allahabad, one was in Madras. In this way, outside Bengal, about 3, 4, one Benares. And he sent Bon Maharaj also in 1933 to London for preaching. But unfortunately, somehow or other he could not do anything. So Guru Maharaj called him back in 1934. He was not satisfied and sent another god brother, Goswami. In 1936, just on the 13th December, I wrote him one letter, not 13th, I think by the beginning of December 1936, I wrote one letter to Guru Maharaj. I knew he was a little kind upon me. So I wrote to Guru Maharaj, you have got many disciples, I am also one of them, but they are doing direct service to you. Some of them are brahmacharis, some of them sannyasis, but I am a householder, I cannot. Of course I was giving sometimes some monetary help, but I could not give any direct service. So I asked him that if there is any particular service I can do for you. So that letter was replied in 13th December, dated 13th December from Puri, and he passed away on the 31st December, just a fortnight. So this reply was the same as he wanted me to do this preaching work in 1922 when I first met him. That you try to preach whatever you have learned from me, the English-knowing people in English. That will do good to you and to the people to whom he shall preach. That is my instruction. So I took up that. And then he passed away in 1936, 31st December. So I consulted some of my god brothers, senior god brothers. Guru Maharaj has told me like this, what can I do? So you have heard the name of Professor Sandal, and there are other god brothers. They asked me to write on the Vaishnava Siddhanta in English. So perhaps in 1935 I wrote one poetry, the part of which is somebody you have got, and said he was very pleased. And since then he was insisting me that you write on, preach in English. At that time I was thinking, what can I do? So anyway, after his passing away, this Back to Godhead paper was started as late in 1944, I think, because the expenditure was about 300, 400 rupees per month. So somehow or other, it has begun the blessings of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur as he wanted me. He desired me. So, because he desired, I am not very expert or educated or nothing extraordinary. But only thing is that I believed in his word. That is, you can say, that is my qualification. I believed 100% in his word. So whatever success is there, it is just due to my firm faith in his instruction. So I am trying to follow, and by his grace you are helping me. So actually the responsibility will now depend on you. I am also old man. I may pass away any moment. This movement should go on. you see. This good movement started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then accelerated by Goswamis, and then again and Vishwanath Chakravarti. And when, just like whenever there is jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati, when there is some slowness, either Krishna himself or some representative comes to give it a push, so you should know it, that this movement should be pushed on. This should not be neglected. And I am glad that you are catching the ideas very nicely, and try simple thing. You chant sincerely and follow the rules and regulation. The rules and regulation are not very strict. They are very simple. But because you are trained in a defined way, but I am so pleased and obliged to you that you have adopted. I never expected, when I came first in Boston, I was thinking, oh, we'll accept these Vaishnava rules and regulations. These people are after meat and wine and illicit sex, and how they will accept it. And I was hopeless, and how they will chant, you see. So, but by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at least I am hopeful that this movement can be accepted by anyone. It is not so hopeless as I thought. But apart from my calculation, you are realizing this movement should be pushed on. Just like great souls always think of the poor souls, similarly you should also feel. That is the way Lord Jesus Christ, He also felt for the sinful persons. So, this is very good. If we struggle hard to push this movement, then even we don't get any follower, Krishna will be satisfied. And our business is to satisfy Krishna. That is bhakti. Rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Bhakti means one has to engage his all senses for the satisfaction. The material life means sense satisfaction for himself. I like this. I like this, I want to do something. I want to sing something, or chant something, eat something, or touch something, or taste something. This is something, that means using the senses. That is the material life. I want to touch such soft skin. I want to taste such, what is called, nice food. I want to smell like this. I want to walk like this. The same thing, walking, tasting, touching, or anything, should we utilize for Krishna. That's all. Instead of touching something else, if we touch the sanctified lotus feet of a devotee, that touch will be utilized. Instead of eating nonsense, if we eat Krishna Prasadam, it will be all right. Instead of smelling something else, if we smell the flowers offered to Krishna. So nothing is stopped. If you want to use our sex life, yes, it can be used for producing Krishna conscious children. Nothing is stopped. Simply it is purified. This is the whole moment. There is no question of stop this. Stop cannot be. How it can be stopped? Suppose I am a human being. If somebody says, oh, you cannot eat, is it possible? I must eat. So, there is no question of stopping. The question is purifying. So, the other philosophy is to, I am going to say, snap down, wholesale, make it void, just like they say, just become desireless. They advocate. How can I be desireless? Desire must be there. But I shall desire for Krishna. So this is very nice process. And even others do not take it very seriously, or they do not come to our philosophy. If you try for it, that is your business. Krishna will be satisfied. Our acharyas will be satisfied. Guru Maharaj will be satisfied. And Jasya Prasadad Bhagavat. If they are satisfied, then your business is. Not that others is satisfied or not. By your chanting, some public is satisfied. No, we are not concerned with that. He may be satisfied or not satisfied. But if I chant in the proper way, then my predecessor, the Acharya, will be satisfied. That is my business. If I don't invent in my own way, I am very glad that Krishna has sent so many nice boys and girls to help me be blessed on this auspicious day. And there is nothing mine. I am simply a postal peon. I am delivering to you what I have heard from my Guru Maharaj. And simply you also act in the same way and you will be happy and the world will be happy and Krishna will be happy. Everything.